Hello, students. Today topic is frontal cyclones. Frontal cyclones are also called extratropical cyclones, which are also called mid latitude cyclones, which are also called temperate cyclones. The temperate cyclones have four different names. Why which are called temperate cyclones? These cyclones are originated between the tropical climatic zone and the polar climatic zone. Between tropical climatic zone and polar climatic zone, temperate climatic zone is located. That is why which are called temperate cyclones, which are also called mid-latitude cyclones. Why these are called mid-latitude cyclones? Which are generated or originated between tropical climatic zone and polar climatic zone. Particularly, the cyclones are originated from 45 to 60 degrees latitudes, which are also called extratropical cyclones. Why these are called extratropical cyclones? These cyclones are originated beyond the tropical climatic zone, which are also called frontal cyclones. Why which are also called frontal cyclones? The temperate cyclones need to originate. Fronts are essential. That is why which are also called frontal cyclones. What is the meaning of front? Front is nothing but it is a boundary place between two different and contrast air masses, where the two different air masses meet. The frontal cyclones are originated. To generate the frontal cyclones, required conditions are temperature, pressure, air masses, and fronts. Pressure water always flow from the uplands towards lowlands. Likewise, winds blow from the high pressure belts towards low pressure belts. High pressure is nothing but low temperature region. In high pressure region, the winds move in clockwise direction. Winds always move from the high pressure belts towards low pressure belt. High pressure is nothing but low temperature. Low pressure is nothing but high temperature. High pressure is nothing but low temperature. Low temperature is nothing but high. Low pressure is nothing but high temperature. This is the first point. We can see high temperature at the equatorial region. At the equatorial region, because the sun rays fall vertically at the equatorial regions, while the temperature is low near the poles regions, because the sun rays fall in almost horizontal direction. That is why the temperature is low at the poles regions, while the temperature is more at the equatorial regions. Next point, air masses. Four important air masses need to generate frontal cyclones. One is continental polar air masses. One is continental polar air masses, which are also called cold and dry air masses. The characteristics of the continental polar air masses: cold and dry air masses. The second one is continental tropical air masses. Continental tropical air masses are nothing but the characteristics of the continental tropical air masses: warm, dry condition, which are also called warm and dry air masses. Continental polar air masses are also called cold, dry air masses. Continental tropical air masses are also called warm, dry air masses. Third one is maritime polar air masses. Maritime polar air masses. The characteristics of the maritime polar air masses: cool and wet condition, which are also called cool and wet air masses. Both one is maritime tropical air masses. The characteristics of the maritime tropical air masses: warm and wet, which are also called warm and wet air masses. These are the four important air masses need to generate frontal cyclones. Air masses are nothing but which are the large bodies move from one place to other places, particularly from the high pressure belts towards low pressure belts, across the lands and oceans. The velocity of the warm air masses is less. Approximately, the velocity of the warm air masses is 20 to 25 miles per hour, while the velocity of the cold air masses the velocity of the cold air masses is more than the warm air masses. The velocity is approximately 25 to 30 miles per hour. Continental tropical air masses and maritime tropical air masses, continental tropical air masses and maritime tropical air masses always move from the equatorial regions towards poles regions, while continental polar air masses and maritime polar air masses always move from the poles regions towards equatorial region, particularly towards subpolar regions. The continental tropical and maritime tropical air masses move towards poles. These are travel up to at subpolar low pressure belt area. It means 60 degrees latitudes. 60 degrees latitudes in the northern hemisphere and southern hemispheres. While polar continental and polar maritime air masses move from the high pressure polar belts towards low pressure subpolar belt. Low pressure subpolar is nothing but 60 degrees latitudes. These are the air masses. Next we are going to discuss fronts. Fronts are nothing but fronts generate where the tropical air masses and the cold air masses or polar air masses, where fronts generate where the warm air masses or tropical air masses and cold air masses or polar air masses meet. These two air masses having the different characteristics which meet at subpolar region, particularly in between 45 to 60 degrees. It is a meeting place of two different air masses or fronts generate regions. Fronts are mainly classified into four types. One is warm fronts. The second one is warm fronts. The second one is cold fronts. Third one is stationary fronts. Fourth one is occluded fronts. Warm fronts are generated when the cold air masses are slowly replaced by the warm the cold air masses replaced by the warm air masses. Warm prints. Warm prints are generated when cold air masses are slowly replaced by the warm air masses in which cold in which warm air masses are located behind the warm prints, while cold air masses are located in front of warm prints. Light precipitation occurs in long period. Light precipitation occurs in long period when warm prints are generated. You must consider one important point here. The shape of the warm air masses is semicircle and symbol given red color. The shape of the cold air masses is triangular shape. Symbol given blue color. Blue color triangular shaped air masses are called cold air masses. Red color semicircle shaped air masses are called warm air masses. Next we are going to discuss the cold prints. Cold prints are generated when warm air masses are replaced by the cold air masses. Replaced by the warm air masses are replaced by the cold air masses. Replaced by the cold air masses. Cold air masses are located behind the cold prints, which are also called proceeding air masses, while warm air masses are located in front of the cold prints, in which the warm air masses are also called receding air masses. Heavy precipitation and thunderstorms occur in short period when cold fronts are generated or originated. Heavy precipitation and thunderstorms occur in short period when cold fronts are generated. We are going to stationary fronts. Stationary fronts are generated when cold front and warm front are in opposite direction. Stationary fronts are originated when cold fronts and warm fronts are in opposite direction. They don't move. In stationary fronts, neither cold air masses nor warm air masses move. At the time of the stationary fronts, heavy precipitation occur, and also persistent clouds formation are generated. Persistent clouds formation occur when stationary fronts are generated. Fourth one is occluded front. Occluded fronts are generated when the warm air mass is caught between cold air mass and cool air mass. At the time of the formation of the occluded fronts, heavy precipitation and thunderstorms occur. These are the classification of the fronts. One is warm front, cold front. Second one, third one is stationary front. Fourth one is occluded front. These are the climatic conditions need to generate frontal cyclones or temperate cyclones or extratropical cyclones or mid-latitudes cyclones. Next, topographical conditions. The temperate cyclones or extratropical cyclones or mid-latitude cyclones generate in the western side of the continents and countries and eastern side of the oceans and seas. Western side of the continents and countries and eastern side of the oceans and seas. Because we can see the effect of the frontal cyclones. Western side of the continents, countries, eastern side of the oceans and seas, because which originate in the western side, followed by the or forcefully traveled by the westerlies from western side towards eastern side. Is move from western side towards eastern side. That is why we can see the effect of the frontal cyclones. We can see western side of the continents and countries and eastern side of the oceans, seas. Move from the western side towards eastern side. Particularly, we can see the effect of the frontal cyclones or extratropical cyclones, mid-latitude cyclones, USA, Canada, European continent, and northern part of Asia, northern part of North America, northern part of Europe, particularly Europe, and northern part of Asian continent, in between 45 to 60 degrees latitudes while in the southern hemisphere also 45 to 60 degrees also. These are the brief explanation about the air masses, fronts, extra tropical cyclones. Two important conditions. One is climatic conditions, the second one is topographical conditions. The climatic conditions are nothing but temperature, pressure, air masses, fronts. Topographical conditions are nothing but land or ocean regions. Once more, I will say, if you don't mind, always move from western side towards eastern side, or followed by the forced by the westerlies or anti-trade winds. Westerlies or anti-trade winds. In the southern hemisphere, the westerlies are also called roaring parties. Hey students, I hope could you understand what I have taught so far.